everybody, it's Ian the Off-Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm going to be putting together this card, and I have to say I really think this is probably one of the top cards I've ever made. I love the design. It took a little bit of time to put together, but it was so worth it in the end. I really love this design, and I think my recipient is really going to love this card. After I finished this card, I wanted to put together some quick little other cards that are easy to drop into the mail, so I ended up creating all 4 of these cards in one sitting. As you can see with these cards, they're a little more basic, so they don't have all the stamping in the background, but I still think my recipients are going to love these cards, and especially if they're having a bad day, it'll definitely cheer them up. The stamps I'm using today are from Sweet Stamp Shop. Make sure to go check them out. I'm going to put a link down in the description below. I love Sweet Stamp Shop stamps because they are so incredibly cute, and Nicole always puts some great puns with them as well, and I am definitely a lover of puns. So let's go ahead and put this card together. The first thing that I did, as you can see, is I stamped out the image of the little cooler, and I was just trying a little bit of color spread to see what would work best, and all of the color combinations that I started off with did not work so well. I apologize for my camera deciding to autofocus on nothing apparently. It will clear up momentarily, and I will try to do better in catching its mistakes for trying to autofocus on, I don't even know what it's autofocusing on, but anyways, as you can see, I'm just shading in from lightest color down to darkest color, and then going to be shading back. Nothing too special with Copic coloring. You've seen Copic coloring across YouTube, and I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. I tried to fussy cut it and give it a white border. It didn't quite work, so I just decided to go ahead and cut on the line. I then am going to go ahead and use a black pen to black out the edges so that way it looks a little more clean and refined. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a lot of stamping. I have 4 different stamps that I'm working from, actually 5 different stamps. I think it's 5. 4 or 5 different stamps that I'm working from, and basically all I'm doing is stamping them with some Versamark ink. I'm then going to apply some white embossing powder from Ranger. This is the fine detail embossing powder, which worked great with these images. And I'm just going to keep repeating the pattern in all different directions. I wanted something that looked random and just, not specific. So I'm just going to keep working with those stamps. You'll notice that I did apply some lines onto the paper so that way I could kind of see where everything was going to end up, and I'm also checking quite frequently with that circle, which is a stitched circle die cut out, to make sure that I'm not going to be stamping somewhere that's going to get covered up. Once I had everything stamped, I'm going to use my rectangle stitched die from Simon Says Stamp to go ahead and cut that out. I'm going to go ahead and apply some adhesive to the back side of the little cooler, and I'll apply that to the circle die cut. The circle die cut is again from Simon Says Stamp. I just love these dies. These have really become my favorite sets of dies pretty much ever. Once I have that applied, I'm then going to go ahead and use some VersaFine ink, and I'm going to go ahead and put down the sentiment that I'm going to be putting onto the front. I went ahead and did it twice just to make sure, because these were new stamps and I had never used them before, so I want to make sure I got the best impression possible. Cut a little fishtail in the end of that banner, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply the front panel onto the card base. This is Nina Solar White 110 pound cardstock that the base is made out of. The turquoise paper, I believe, is actually a Cricut paper. It matched perfectly with the color of the Copic markers that I used. I'm then going to apply some foam adhesive to the back side of this circle with the cooler on it and apply that to the front. You can actually see it over there. I'm picking it up right now. You can actually see that I have put some phone tape on the back of that little banner. And there's the card, and I think the longest part of this card was actually doing all that stamping for the heat embossing. But I went ahead and made those other cards, and here they are now. You can see them. I added a little wink of Stella to the pink one just to give it a little shimmer and shine. Like I said, I really love how these cards came out, and I definitely can't wait to put them in the mail. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you liked my video, and then we'll share it across YouTube land. You can also subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button down below that says subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and get great updates every time I post a new video. You can also check me out over on my social media links. Those are going to be included down in the description below, and they always include Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Periscope. Think I got them all that time. Make sure to go check those out and check me out and get social with me. Alright guys, I hope everybody has a great day, and remember, keep it off kilter. Bye! I love sweet stamps. I love sweet stamps, stamps, sweet stamp, stamps, stamps, shop, stamps, stamps.